Pimienta and I'm going to talk about of the Pantheon of Paris. History. Its construction began in the second half of the 18th century, following the design of the French architect Jacques Germain Souffle. In principle, it was destined to be a church dedicated to Santa Genoveva, patron saint of the city, but the continued delay led to the completion of the works in the middle of the outbreak of the French Revolution. The National Assembly decided, before it was consecrated as a temple, to use it as mausoleum where the bodies of the relevant figures in the history and culture of France would rest eternally. During the coming years, as the leader in power changed, the use that was given to the building changed. While the emperor's rule, Napoleon responded to the cult. When the leader of the republic took power again, it had a civil use. Finally, with the arrival of the Third Republic, it was given a definite secular use, celebrating the funeral of Victor Hugo in 1885. And this is an illustration of Pantheon of Paris. Characteristic of the Pantheon of Paris. First, the building was designed following the style of Pantheon of Agrippa in Rome, becoming the first neoclassical monument in Paris. Second, on the pediment that decorates the facade, you can read the inscription, "For great men, the grateful humble." Third, inside its spectacular measurements are striking. The floor plan is a great cross, 110 meters long by 85 meters wide. And four, currently a copy of Foucault's famous pendulum can be seen hanging under the ceiling of the dome. And finally, interesting data about the Pantheon of Paris. First, the walls of the Pantheon are also inscribed with more than 1,000 names of important figures in the story of the Republic. Second, on November 13, 22, the coffin of Alexander Dumas, the author of the Three Musketeers, was housed in the Pantheon. It was covered by a blue velvet cloth with the motto of the Musketeers. And third, in 1927, a plaque was placed with the name of the writer French killed during the First World War. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Carlos Aponte and I'm going to present the obelisk Luxor. This is a obelisk Luxor. This obelisk is in France and is the gift from the Egypt to France for the Sultan and Viceroy of his Mehmed Ali. The Egypt offered two obelisks standing in front of the Luxor Temple to King Charles X of France in the gesture of friendship and gratitude for the Supreme, the hieroglyphs by chaplains. Location: the Luxor Obelisk. This Luxor Obelisk is on the Palace on the Concorde in Paris, and he is a place in the center of Paris and is mainly symbolic for the tourists and the cultural of Paris.
My name is Luis Quintero and I'm gonna talk to you about the Triumphal Arch. The Arc de Triomphe, or the Arc de Triomphe de Toile, is a massive arch located in Paris, France, and one of the world's best-known commemorative monuments. Napoleon commissioned the Triumphal Arch in 1806 after his great victory at the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805. The arch has 50 meters high and 45 meters wide. I made my project with polystyrene and I painted it with a brown and a mix of yellow, white and black paint.
Hi, my name is Jesus David Cuello, and this is my sculpture of the Louvre Museum. For this sculpture, I use paperboard, white frost foamy, black foamy, and some glue. The Louvre Museum is the National Museum of France. It is ubicated in Paris. It was inaugurated in 1793, more specific, at August 10. Some paintings and sculptures are the Mona Lisa, that is one of the most famous paintings of Leonardo da Vinci. It was created in 1503. And Venus de Milo is a sculpture created by the artist Alejandro Antioquia. Thanks.
Hello, Madame and Monsieur. My name is José David Ponce, and today I'm going to talk about the Palace of Versailles in France. The King Louis XIII ordered to make the palace in 1623, but it was renovated by the order of Louis XVI in 1678, and since that day, the palace it will be used like the governmental center of the country, and nowadays it's a touristic place in France. The palace has one of the most biggest gardens in the world, and did you know that in the palace the officers needs to turn on 20,000 candles to make full corridors of lights in special events? Wow, I can imagine how long that takes. Inside of the palace there is a theatre that has the capacity of 7,000 people, and it's made almost entirely of wood. There is also the mirror room, that it was a corridor between the king room and the capital. The pieces of art that were decorating the palace were transferred to the Louvre Museum when the palace turned into a touristic place. Here I am in the garden of the palace to say goodbye. I hope you have one more reason to visit France, and I say au revoir.
Hi, my name is Antonio Fernandez, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Stade of Roland Garros. The Stade of Roland Garros is a complex of tennis courts located in Paris that hosts the French Open, a tournament also known as Roland Garros. On my craft, I tried to represent one of the many tennis courts on the complex. It is made out of paper and cardboard, not much more. The complex is named after Roland Garros, a pioneering French aviator, and it was constructed in 1928 to host France's first defense of the Davis Cup. France was an important power in tennis during the first half of the 20th century. In 1927, France defeated the United States to win the Davis Cup due to the Musketeers' effort. The Stade Roland Garros was constructed as a venue for France's successful defense the following year.